Hey guys, it's Cheryl here. Hope you're having a good day so far. And I know there must be a million questions going on through your head right now in terms of how you're going to start this business. Okay, so we're going to help take you through that. And through a visual, we're going to help you understand how you can get there too. Okay, so fear not, there is a lot of answers that we can help show you. Okay, so right now I'm just going to share my screen right now. And, one of the major questions that we have in this community before someone actually starts his business is, what if I don't have the money to get started? Well, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, just like anything, there's more than one way to do things. Okay, so this is where we get creative. And hopefully this will give you some ideas and how you can get there yourself. Okay, so one thing is the key to turning dreams into reality is action. Okay, so when you put action towards something, then you're actually creating it, you're manifesting it, you're learning how to get there. And this is something that we're going to teach you right now. So think about it this way. We're standing on an edge of a cliff right now, which is you at this moment thinking about how you're going to get to your goals. Okay, so here's the cliff. Maybe there's you, maybe you have a loved one. Everyone's situation is different. Okay, so you're there with your loved one. Maybe you have a few kids. Maybe you even got a dog, and you're looking on the other side of this cliff, and on the other side of this cliff are your goals. Well, how are you going to get there? Okay, so with your goals, maybe you have goals like you want to quit your job, or you want to make over 100K a year or more, or you want to travel. You want that time and financial freedom. Okay, so these are your goals that are on the other side of the cliff. Now, when you are on the edge of this cliff, there are a lot of things that are going through your head, I'm sure, which some of them could be judgment, fear of judgment. Because when you start something new like this, sometimes people around you, because it's completely new, will wonder why you're doing it. Well, that's okay, but it always happens all the time. So there's also a lot of worry, like, are you able to do this? There's a fear of failure. There could be, the fear of being in more debt. And obviously you don't want to let down your loved ones. Okay, so thinking about that, well, you don't necessarily want to go backwards, because you are already here. You're thinking about how you really want to reach those goals, right? Because in this one lifetime that we have, we deserve a better life. We deserve to reach those goals. So, right now you're also probably thinking, can I afford this? And you're fearful of if you can't afford this or not. Or maybe you don't have any skills, but at the same time, we're going to be teaching you those skills. Okay, so it's going to be really easy, like the 90% done for you system that we talked about before. And so instead of asking yourself or telling yourself that I can't do these things, that I can't create my goals or manifest my goals, now what we're going to do, instead of saying that I can't, is we're going to ask how. Okay, I was in the same situation as well. I was standing on the edge of the cliff, and it was either going back to my corporate job, working 80-hour weeks, or asking myself how I can build this bridge to get to my goals. Okay, so the bridge is what we're really going to show you today. Okay, so knowing that, keeping that in mind, the next thing I want to show you is a bridge document. Okay. Okay, so here is the bridge document that we're going to be using to help you attain your goals. Okay, so I started with the trifecta, so I paid about $9,600 for it. And I'm just going to take you through like how you can attain that $9,600 to be able to get that marketing ID for you to start marketing your business. Okay, because there's different pieces of the puzzle that you need here. Number one is, you need to start setting up your fan page, putting your ads on your fan page, and then you're going to need your products, either starting with 1 or 3 or 2 products, in order to get your marketing ID so that you can start making sales and gaining the commissions from it. Okay, so I started off with a trifecta. I'm just using this as an example here, and we're going to start looking at different sections for you to be able to come up with the amount. Okay, so for your cash in the first section, maybe you have some cash that you can free up within your checking and savings account to be able to put towards this business. Okay, so maybe you have $100 here in your checking account, And within your savings, maybe you can put in 300. Okay, so as I'm putting in these numbers, you can see that on the very top here, that the numbers are going to start building up and, you know, coming up with the money to be able to help start you with the trifecta here. Okay, so next section that we're going to look at is credit. Okay, so maybe perhaps you already have a credit card. Awesome. Call the credit card company and see if you can get your limit increased. If that's the case, great. Maybe you can up it by $1,000. Great. Now you have another $1,000 that you can put towards your bridge. And in terms of getting new cards, we do have some options that have like no interest rates that are on the credit card. So check with your coaches for the information for that, so that you can be able to get a credit card that has no interest rate until after a year of having the credit card or so. So if you really want to go that route, get a new credit card, I would go that route because there is no interest on there. So you don't have to pay extra. So perhaps you've gone through this method and you got a credit card and you got one for about $5,000. Awesome, great. So now you're already at 6,400, which is awesome. So let's keep going and show you the other options here. So maybe you can look at your other accounts that you actually have. So in the US, you have the IRA and the 401k. For RSPs and TFSAs, that's for Canadians. I didn't include any of the other countries, but you can definitely go into this document and edit it accordingly to wherever you are from, okay? Because remember, this is a worldwide business, so, you know, like we have tons of flexibility here. And, you know, like we're just showing you how you can come up with the money, okay? So if you go through your IRA and your 401k, for example, you can actually ask, and I would ask your financial advisor for this to make sure, but apparently you can ask, you know, let's just say for your 401k, you can ask for a loan within your 401k to be able to get you the money to help jumpstart your business, okay? So if you have a loan that you're taking out from the 401k and you don't have the intention of paying it back, then you can actually get penalized and taxed for it. However, if you are taking out a loan with the intention of paying it back, then all you would be really charged is a low interest rate of about 4%, I believe. And that is another way that you can ask your financial advisor to see if you can free up some money within the 401k. All right, so let's just say you've asked them, and great, you can put some money towards your intention of getting the goal of 9,600. So because I'm Canadian, I actually took money out of my TFSA, and so I got about $500. Okay, so again, talk to your financial advisor about this, see what they can do, because at least then you're gonna know your options and if you can free up some money from there, okay? So the next section I want you to look at is life insurance. So if you have a term policy for life insurance, then this is not going to be an option for you. However, if you do have whole life, don't worry about that, it's my dog. If you have whole life or universal life insurance, then you know, some of these policies actually have cash value to them, which is awesome, right? So if you have cash value to these policies, then you can actually put some money towards it. So say, for example, you get out $300 from your whole life insurance. Perfect. Then you're going to start looking at loans. Okay, so there's all different types of loans that you can ask for. There's personal loans, home appliance loans, getting a cosigner, and there's also something called the home equity line of credit that you can actually get. So for the first one, personal loans, you can actually ask your bank, or you can go to like any credit union, or apply for a home appliance loan. You know, so personal loans, like you can ask through the bank and see what type of loan that you can get out. Usually people do ask for personal loans to be able to help them with this device, right? And to get their marketing ID. You can get this as a home appliance loan because, again, we have something called MetaCard through Canada. It's for Canadians only. It's really good. So if you're interested in getting a loan through MetaCard, the way that MetaCard works is that you call them, you ask them if you can get approved for $9,600 or whatever the amount is that you need, and they can actually tell you within minutes to see if you are approved or not. And if you do go for the trifecta, you're going to be paying about $200 a month. So you're literally starting a business with somebody else's money, which is really, really convenient. And the first month is free, so it's awesome. So there's things like home appliance loans. So like I said before, if you're Canadian, ask your coach for the MetaCard information, and you can ask them there, okay? So if you're going for trifecta, I believe it's about $200 a month. If you're going for the K8, it's about $100 a month. It's very, very affordable that way. And so, you know, like if you go for a loan, maybe you need a cosigner. So you can get one to be able to help you start this business. And then for the home equity line of credit, you know, maybe there is some money. If you could talk to your mortgage broker or whoever helped you out with your mortgage, you can talk to them and see if you can free up some money that way as well. Okay, so say for example, you know, you did talk to your mortgage broker and they said, okay, you know what, you do have some money you can free up. Great, you know, so you're taking $500 away from that loan. So now you can keep going. Now you have the section of extra income. Is there a way that you can work overtime? Can you ask your boss for more hours? Can you trade shifts with somebody? Also too, there are other ways that you can work to make extra income. So maybe perhaps there's Uber, Lyft, Postmate, Grubhub, and Amazon Flex. Those are literally apps that you can download on your smartphone, and they are delivery services or car services that you can actually make money off of, right? So just look those up, and you know, apparently a lot of people do this. They do drive like for Uber and Lyft and some of these other applications in order to create extra income for themselves, right? So if you do this, like maybe even like a few hours or during the weekends or something like that, you can make some really, really good money, like extra money, like at least like $200 to $300 in a weekend or more, depending on how busy it is, right? So this is a really, really good option. I've heard also too that you can donate blood or donate plasma. And in some provinces or some countries, they actually pay you to do that. Some countries don't. So just check locally whether or not this is doable for you. And if you can, great. So let's just say you donated blood, you got $50 for it, awesome. Now moving on, we have inventory for sale. So this is anything like garage sales or anything that's lying around your house that you can sell through eBay or Amazon or anything like that. I've even heard of people going to thrift stores and buying brand name jeans or brand name purses or anything like that, posting them up on eBay or Amazon or one of those websites, and they're actually getting more money for it. So they're making a profit to be able to actually come up with more money for this business. So think about things like TVs, electronics, gaming consoles, RVs, jet skis, boats, motorcycles, cars, furniture, musical instruments, golf clubs, jewelry, and anything else that that you can think of. You can actually edit this document as well. So make sure that like if there's something else that you think that can be added, add it in. Okay, so that's good. And then say for private lending, not everybody likes to ask friends and family for money, but if you can ask them, great. And then in terms of collateral lending, this is just an idea that we had. So basically for collateral lending, it's for example, you have a title on your car or motorcycle. You can actually give that to the person or family friend that you are asking for money. And say if you're asking for $500, let's just say, and your car or your motor vehicle is worth that amount, and you give that to them, that's collateral for them to hold on to. It literally is almost like a guarantee that you're going to pay them back. So this is just for them to feel a little bit more comfortable in terms of giving you that money, so that they'll be able to provide that for you and they know that you're going to pay them back somehow. Okay, so that's just an idea. Definitely doable, and definitely something that you don't have to do if you don't feel comfortable. So let's go on to the next sections. So you can actually save on bills too. So for example, if you have any memberships, gym memberships that you don't use, anything like that, that's also another cost that you can save or put towards your business. You know, these are things from like gym memberships to yoga memberships to any other types of memberships that you have that you can cancel, okay? So also with cable TV, you know, not a lot of people that I know of actually watch cable TV anymore. It's usually streaming or by other means. So if you can cut that out, that's going to be like another huge cost that can go towards your business. Also too, with cell phone bills, maybe there are promos or anything like that. If you look up with your service provider, see if they have any promos for you so that you can actually switch over. And maybe you want to actually switch service providers, because if there is another provider that has like a cheaper service, then that's also going to help save you money as well, okay? And then the last one in this section is, you know, auto or home insurance. So if that's the case, for auto and home insurance, maybe find some better rates that you can actually go through to save you some money on that too. And then for the last but not least, but we have skills, the skills section. So everyone has different skills, and if you have something that you can put towards your business to create extra money, great. You know, there are things like baking, massage therapy, tiling, electrical, woodwork, childcare, crafting, anything that's specialized or anything else that you can think of to put in there to help you. Okay, so let's just say, you know, so I have a design background, I have graphic design as well under my belt. So I did a few projects and I got $500 from that. Okay, so now you're gonna go back and you're gonna see, okay, great. So I have $8,750 to go towards my business. I just need a little bit more. So maybe there is some furniture that you can actually sell and you got $300 from that as well. Then you're gonna go back and look, okay, well, maybe I have some jewelry. I sold it on eBay and, you know, I got another $300 there, you know? So this is definitely something that every time you put your money or every time you do something to put towards your goal, then you're just gonna keep getting up there, like, and being able to reach it. So also too, maybe I had a game console that I didn't know about that I had, and I actually got $400 for that. Okay, so let's check. Now we're at $97.50, perfect. So you can use this for every month or even just as your bridge to get to your product. It's good also to have something like this monthly too, just so that you have a marketing budget, or you can see what your marketing budget is every single month, and you want to be able to compound that back into you making sales, okay? So I hope that helps. I hope this is going to spark some ideas within you where you can actually see the possibilities for you where you didn't think that you could free money up, or you didn't know money that you could actually look into to have for yourself to be able to start this business, okay? So number one thing to remember is that in terms of loans, there are good loans and there are bad loans. There is good debt and there is bad debt. So in terms of, you know, having loans and stuff like that, that's actually good debt. If you really think about it, you know, think about having a car, for example, and you took out a loan for a car. Let's just say you're paying up to $400 a month on that car. Well, not only are you paying for that car, you have to pay for gas, insurance, oil changes, things that come up unexpectedly in the car. That's literally all the money that is going towards your car is literally sucking all the money out, so that there is no money coming back in. That's just how it is with cars. And mind you, I totally and completely understand cars are needed. However, this is just a comparison, okay? And in terms of like loans that you're using for your business, let's just say if you're putting $400 into your business, that $400 is going into good debt because that money is actually going to help make you money later on. You're putting money towards your business, and this is a vehicle, the 90% done for you system, that's literally going to help you create money back, okay? So I hope this helps with how you can visualize, how you can do this for yourself, because where there is a will, there is a way. Okay, guys, have a good day.